I'll call you after I have finished teaching. Okay? Bye. Sorry, friends. I was telling my kids to go away. When they are around, they can make a lot of noise. Okay. Okay. Allow me share my screen and then we continue. First and foremost, what is delisting? We need to understand what is delisting. Delisting, it is just as simple. It is just as simple. Delisting is just removing of a certain currency from the list of trading pairs of a certain exchanger. It is just removing. To remove. To delist is to remove. To remove a currency from the trading pairs. From trading pairs. From trading pairs of an exchanger. You know, when we are trading from exchangers. It is in the exchangers, that's where the market is. That's where we trade from. RoyalQ is just a tool, or it is just a helper which can as well help you execute the trades. But the real trading happens in the exchangers, because the other day someone was asking Madam Harriet about RoyalQ nga basusiza okudelistinga. Why is delisting too much in RoyalQ? Why is delisting too much in RoyalQ? Delisting does not happen in RoyalQ. RoyalQ only comes to tell you what the exchanger is saying. So because when people are bringing their trading pairs, or when people are bringing in their currency or their coin or their token, when in this language we call it a project. When the owners of the currency, they are bringing a project to the exchanger. When they are bringing a project to the exchanger, they have to sit. A currency can't just be listed in an exchanger just like that. They have steps that they go through. They have requirements they have to meet in an exchanger. Okay, and every exchanger has its own terms and conditions. Okay, they have their standard, and the owners of the project being brought to an exchanger have to meet the standards of that exchanger. Just in case the project does not meet with the terms and conditions, or it does not meet with the standards of an exchanger, that's one of the reasons as to why the exchanger may decide to delist a coin. I want us to mark this in the beginning. When Binance announces that it is going to delist a currency from Binance, it doesn't mean that that currency is going to be delisted in HTX. It is going to be delisted in Indodax, in OKX, in Get.io. No. Sometimes a coin can be delisted from Binance, but when it is not going to be, and it doesn't get delisted in other exchangers. So it is always important to know that if it is delisted in Binance, which other exchanger are still having it, because different exchangers have different standards and they have different terms and conditions for a currency to be listed in their portfolio or in their list. So that one we need to know. A coin being delisted in Binance does not necessarily mean that it is going to be delisted in other exchangers. Also, there is also this thing that when a coin, like in an exchanger, and it is put on, they have put a monitoring tag on it, it does not necessarily mean that the one which is having a monitoring tag, that it is necessarily going to be delisted. Sometimes it can be given a monitoring tag, and then the owners of the project maybe get up and then they move up to the standards of the exchanger, then the exchanger can leave the coin. Okay, sometimes people get so scared when they see a monitoring tag on a certain currency and say, oh my God, this one has a monitoring tag, I think it is going to be delisted. Some of them don't get delisted even when they have given them a monitoring tag. Some of them get delisted, though the biggest percentage, the moment the exchanger puts a monitoring tag on a certain currency, most times 90% in the long run, it gets delisted. So I think now we have understood what delisting means. Just removing of a certain currency from the tradable pairs of an exchanger. Have we understood that one before I go to the reasons as to why a coin can be delisted? Put a thumbs up. The meaning of the word delisting. It's just removing a coin from the tradable pairs of an exchanger. Just that. Now, what could be the causes? What could be the causes? What could be the causes of a coin to be delisted? One of them is the coin liquidity. Coin liquidity. Liquidity is one of the biggest reasons as to why a currency can be delisted from an exchanger. When the owners of these currencies are bringing their currencies to exchangers, they have to have money in that project. A project cannot stand and it moves smoothly well when it is just depending on the community money, on the customers' money only. So the owners of the project has to put in money. Not like how you see, banks can as well start. Well, even when the banks are starting, for a bank to be given a license, they should be having their own money, which is going to start as the capital. Just in case maybe the customers who had put money in the bank and they are keeping the money there, just in case they wake up and they say, we are removing all our money, bank and esigalanga teri ku zero. There are some banks that operate like that, depending on customers' money. At some point when the customers remove much of their money, those banks run bankrupt. So that is one thing that the exchangers look at. What is the liquidity? The coin's liquidity. Are the owners still having money in it? Just in case the community or the users, just in case they wake up and they say, we are removing all our money, will this currency survive? The moment the liquidity of the currency is too low, then which means its volume is also low. Those are the coins that you find that at some point it pumped up, then from there it dropped and then it is there just like that. And that's how it charts. That's how the chart is moving. This one, it doesn't have volume. Terina mani, it doesn't have huge buy orders that can as well push it up in order to go up. Coins that always come and they pump so high, we should be very, very careful, especially when it has just been launched on the exchanger. Coins eziri new, when it pumps so high, jiberemu, you be trading that coin with the caution. With the caution, a coin that comes and then it pumps 200%. And then after pumping 200%, then it goes down for 4 months, 3 months. Start getting scared and then you find an escape route and get out of that trade. We like a trade which is moving like this. let it move like this, and then it comes down, and then it goes up. Just know that this one is alive. It is alive, it is lively, its volume is okay, its liquidity, it's okay. In fact, its lifespan will stay, its lifespan yayo ejja kuprolonginga. Why? Because it is moving exponentially. It is moving in the right way. But these ones that come and then pump, nekomeri wagulu, then nekirira wansi. Those ones we call them pump and dump. We call them pump and dump. Many times you are going to see that the coins that have been given a monitoring tag, they have been pump and dump. It pumped and then it was dumped. The owners of the money put in the money here, and then they put in huge orders in order to manipulate the market. Pumping. Then most people entered when it was here. You know how human beings can be. They find a pumping coin, and then someone says, I think I am losing out, and they go for FOMO. People enter in coins as FOMO, fear of missing out. Now I am seeing, I saw it starting to move when it was at 5%. Now it is at 300%. Let me enter. And then most people enter from here. Remember, the owners of the project, they put in their orders. They put in huge money here, manipulating the market. And then very many people get in here. When they get in here, it pumps up to here. These ones who entered here, they get out. They start selling. They start selling. And then the coin goes down here. When it goes down here, boba jemwe zawe. Boba jemwe zawe kati gwe yakateka mu sente. Oliva den wansi. So those pump and dumps, especially the new coins, when exchanges see that these coins, they are just pump and dump, they delist them in order for the community not to lose more. Have you understood about the liquidity? The owners of the project manipulate the market by putting in huge orders. They put in money in order to pump their trade, to pump their currency, or to pump their project. Afterwards, having seen that, now very many people have come in for them, they sell and they get out. When exchangers get to know about that, let us delist this one for not to crack our name, and also for not our community users to lose more. Because sometimes we always say, when you see the coin is dropping and dropping and dropping, buy more margin calls. There are people who keep on buying more margin calls, yet the coin was a pump and dump. Okay, so liquidity and then manipulation by the project owners. That is one reason as to why the exchange can as well look at a coin and say, we are delisting it. Number two, poor communication. Communication. When the coin is to be listed on an exchanger, the owners of the projects, they keep on communicating with an exchanger, giving them what they are thinking, what is their program, what are they looking at, how they always they do smooth communication. They keep in touch with the exchangers every now and then, telling them the future of their project, what are they planning, what are they bringing in, what innovations are they make. They keep on that smooth communication. But at some point, there are project owners who stop communicating with the exchangers. When they stop communicating with the exchangers, the exchangers start getting scared and say, why are these people not still communicating? Why did their communication reduce? At first, their communication was so frequent. Now these days, even if we write to them, they take long without getting back to us. Then the exchange gets skeptical. Then the next thing they do is to say, we are removing this because we are no longer in touch with the owners of the currency. For those ones who were here in 2022, there is a currency which was, it was what? It was BTCST. BTCST gave us a lot of money. We made a lot of money. But around August, the Binance stopped having that frequent communication with the project owners. And the Binance could always put for us that we are no longer in communication with the owners of the project. We don't know. And they could give us that alert. But some of us, we are taking it for granted. We are taking it for granted. Then in October, they were like, we lost the communication with these people. So we are going to delist this coin. And many people, we had traded BTCST. And then afterwards, we lost money in BTCST because it made for us too much money, but we kept on giving it when it started dropping. And we are not minding about the caution that Binance gave us. Then afterwards, people lost it. All what we made, we lost it. So always, for the exchangers, for their community not to lose much, that's why they always either put a monitoring tag just in case they have cited some unbecoming behavior, lack of communication. They are following the liquidity is not too much. They are no longer getting new innovations by the project owners. They say, for our members not to lose too much, we are delisting this. So that is poor communication. Poor communication. I've said the biggest reason, the biggest causes of delisting, things that the exchanges consider. One, the coin liquidity or manipulation. Then poor communication. Poor communication. Then also number three. When the project stops being up to date with the terms and conditions. So local agreement no too. Then afterwards, someone starts breaching the agreement. Someone natandiko kumenya bemwagamba the don'ts, and now this person is doing what you said it is a don't. What you said a don't, someone is what is doing. When you said do this, and now that's what someone has made a don't. So that exchange of the terms and conditions that always the exchangers are having with the owners or the project owners. So that one also makes the exchanger gets skeptical, and then they say, I think we should delist them. I love the way Binance made it. All along we could just say that Binance will delist this. But now these days they are starting to always tell us that we are on a move, we are on a campaign to see whether this currency is still performing well or it is not. And even they have given us a chance. They have given the community, the exchanger users or the customers, the Binance customers, also a chance to be part of the voting session of whether this currency should still go on or should be delisted. Last week, we got the first batch, and then now we have those coins which are going to be delisted. I also thank, I also thank Royal Q, because now these days they also put for us that feature. They put for us that feature of, now you see, there is this one. This one is going to be delisted. I had around 1,000 in it. It is in floating loss of 65, around 65%, which means if I am to get out money from this, I might get around $500, from it. Now, before, we could not know what is to be delisted and what is not to be delisted. But now, these days, Royal Q is so good. They always put for us the coins that are going to be delisted. They always tell us, such that if you have not yet been in that trade, if you have not traded it before, you cannot trade it, okay? You cannot trade it. Now you see all these ones that are having to be delisted, okay? these ones to be delisted. If I did not have that trade, if I go and click that I want to trade it right now, it will not accept because it will tell me it is going to be delisted. So the only one that I can see, it is that one that I entered before it was announced that it is to be delisted. This is a good thing. This is a good thing because you are now not going to enter into a trade which is on the list saying that it is to be delisted. Okay? You cannot enter a trade which is saying it is to be delisted. Royal Q brought it. And now even Binance, before it delists, they always first inform us. They don't just wake up and they say we are delisting a coin just like that. I told you people, when you come to the home page, when you come to the home page, always come to the news. Home page, go to the news. Or even you come to the announcements. When you come to the announcements, you are going to see announcements. We have the all new cryptocurrency listing, latest news, latest activities, then delisting. Always go there and check. Always go there and check. Now on 11th, they say notice of removal of spot trading pairs. Spot trading pairs. And let us look at them. Excuse me, members. Excuse me. Okay, sorry, I am back. So I was showing you that Binance, when you come to notice of removal of spot trading pairs, you click on it. When you click on it, they are going to give you the information. Notice of removal of spot trading pairs. Because we are doing spot trading, every time you find spot trading pairs, that one you are concerned. You are concerned. Always read it. And then look at those pairs that they are saying that they are having USDT because we are trading currencies stroke USDT. Now this one is saying these currencies, we have Alpha, BRALs, these ones they are for BNB pairs or BTC pairs. Then for you, who is not trading those ones, BTC pairs, you are less concerned about that. You wait for the information which is saying USDT or spot trading. Okay? And then you can also go and see how to view Binance listing guidelines and so on. They always tell us. They always give us the reason as to why they delist. There is Binance delisting guidelines and frequently asked questions. If you want, you can go there and then read. You know, sometimes you people, when we are in the business, it's not all about getting a signal on the group and then you put it in your trade and you put in a trade. Some of this information, they help you to be in the know. Go beyond just seeing a signal and then you put it in. Have some information. Better you are informed about the business that you are doing. Now this one is saying to protect our users and ensure the listed tokens and trading pairs continue to meet the high level of standards we expect, Binance conducts periodic reviews of each listed coins and spot and margin trading pairs on our platform based on the guidelines stipulated below. Let us look at how does Binance evaluate listed tokens. Binance regularly communicates with the project teams of listed coins to understand their latest developments, such as their product roadmap, team changes, and more. This includes both positive and negative changes, e.g., unexpected deviation from the project team's original plans. You had this plan, then on the way, muchusa. Those ones, they happen. A project they can change. Where has my thing gone? Announcements. I've been here. I've been announcements, delisting. This one, Netugenda, and we went to removal. I wanted this one, guidelines. And then people can have a plan, then after on the Wednesday they can change from the plan, and then they change. So when there is that change of plan, always the exchanges want to know that. Then there is this one, during major market events, Binance will also check in with the project teams and understand how they have been impacted. If a project team encounters an incident, maybe the project was hacked, Binance will also reach out to see if any support is required. After the incident, Binance will conduct a review of how the project team handled the incident and whether the project team has introduced proper measures to prevent similar incidents from happening. I'm glad with Binance we have never gotten any currency being hacked within the last 2 years. Yes, most of them. No, we did not get. It happened. It only once happened in 2022 with the FTT, with the FTX. It was an exchanger which got hacked. Then, in addition, we always welcome and value users' feedback and suggestions at Binance. You get that? We will conduct investigations and evaluate whether a listed token meets our standards. If there is a large number of complaints or for it. So all those ones they are there, okay? Since news of tabimalayo byonna. Now let us see. What does Binance consider before delisting a token? Friends, are we still on? Do I still have you? Or I'm talking to myself alone? Okay, I never wanted to talk to myself alone. People are still here. Let us look at what Binance, because most of us we are using Binance. Frequently asked questions. What does Binance consider before delisting a token? And it is here. Binance considers a variety of factors when conducting delisting reviews. Here are some of them. Legal stroke compliance risk. Privacy projects or tokens under global origin regulatory issues. Tebitibamala gatekako coin ebalabanga with the legal compliance, these people buttons they are deviating from it. They can remove it because they don't want problems with their exchange. It is a global exchange, it is a global bank. Project going concern risk, low user adoption, liquidity. When the project is not having enough money, adoption when people have not yet adopted, when people or users or customers have not adopted the token fully well, they should continue with it. Lack of development, the team is absent, instances of maybe team members being arrested.
We've been missing some information.
What has gone off? My network. Has my network gone off?
Can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Serena Gisale, I see you have put up your hand. You want to ask something? As people are saying I'm loud and clear. Maybe Mr. Livingston, maybe it is your network. Mr. Livingston, maybe it is your network, eh? Check with your network, Mukwano. So I've been saying that there is project going concern team members, they are arrested, they maybe project team members, all those ones. Then there is market risk, poor liquidity, and low market capitalization. The moment exchangers look at the coin is not having liquidity, akasente mulimu katono, baba tebagala people to put in more of their money when it is not moving. A number, I think it is the biggest reason. Poor liquidity and low market capitalization. That one. Then there is ethical risks, evidence of fraudulent or market abusive practice. Remember, you people, we are using the blockchain technology. Blockchain technology, tewali wonyo the governing, the central body which is governing. So everyone can come up with a project. Everyone can come up with the project. But if the project is intended to scam people, then when the exchangers get to know about that, the next thing is they delist in order for people not to lose too much of their money. Okay? So that is that. Then someone, before I continue, now am I on, friends? Am I on? You can hear me? People are saying I'm loud and clear. Mr. Livingston, I don't know whether now you can get me very well. Let me know if you can hear me very well, Mr. Livingston. Hello? Mr. Livingston. Labika yatubuzeeko, his network yamujjeeko, but let's continue. I've been looking at, there is another question. What happens to my assets after a token is delisted? People always ask me that. Because there are people who buy tokens or coins and then they stay for so long without checking on them. So what happens in case they announce the listing in Otabidaba? Maybe you had lost your passwords, now you have recovered it, and you find when the coin is delisted, what happens? What happens? When a token is delisted on Binance, you may withdraw the delisted token to your external wallets before the cessation of withdrawals. As specified in the delisting announcement, the cessor, oh my God, I don't know how to. Okay, the delisting date, they always give the withdrawal. They give you period for you to withdraw. Generally, it takes 3 months from the coin being delisted. They give you a grace period of 3 months. After 3 months, the corresponding tokens delisting date, after the delisting date, after 3 months and you have not maybe converted or you have not sold off your token to another currency or to a USDT or to another token, please note, delisted tokens may be converted into stablecoins on behalf of users after Binance has ceased the withdrawals from the corresponding delisted tokens. Singa miezi 3 jigwako after deletion time, going at a withdrawing and you did not convert, the exchanger will help you to convert it to stable coins. In this case, now the stable coin we are having basically two. We are having USDT and USDC. So they can convert your token to USDT or USDC. Okay? Just in case 3 months elapse after the date for delisting that coin and for you did not convert it or you did not do anything. That's what happens. Before delisted tokens are converted into stable coins, a separate notification will be made. They don't just convert to stable coins without informing you. You people, let me tell you, these people always communicate. We human beings or Africans, we don't read. When we see notifications, we don't care. Fetch twagala, bampadde signal. Have I put in a signal? Has it sold? Yes. Has it not sold? Why is it not selling? Floating loss or floating loss? You need to go ahead and be informed about other things. Okay? Then another question. Do you inform project teams before delisting their tokens? Binance does not disclose any delisting decisions to external parties. However, we regularly contact the project teams of listed coins to collect information on their latest development. So tebabagamba nti ffe tugenda ku delisting, and they keep on just asking, is there any development? What is going on? Kiki emuliko? If they don't, because if they are saying that we are going to delist you, then these people might wake up a few minutes in order, but then and then after they have manipulated and people have put money, then they do the dump again. So they don't inform them that we are going to delist you. They just ask them, what is the latest development? What is happening? If they don't respond and there is no change, then they delist. Then other questions. The questions are so many. There are so many. There is this one. How can a project team avoid having their token delisted? Project teams should actively build their products, engage with their communities frequently, and publish a clear product roadmap. Simple. And then what is the difference between delisting a token and delisting a spot and margin trading pair? Delisting a token will result in the removal of the token from all Binance products and services, which includes all applicable spot and margin trading pairs. On the other hand, delisting a spot and margin trading pair does not affect Sorry, friends, you know, I'm at work. I'm at home. I work from home. I worked from home. Now, I have Ugandans at home who always seek attention. I want to go back to where I was. As you prepare your questions, please ask me your questions after I've read this. The difference of delisting a token and delisting a spot and margin trading pair. So when they delist a token, and when they say that we are delisting a token, they might have delisted it from spot trading, from margin trading, from futures trading, and all other Binance products. But again, they can also delist a pair, maybe in a futures, and they list a futures pair, but when the spot pair is still there. So most times when they are delisting, they always specify whether they are delisting a spot and margin trading pair or they are delisting the token totally. So those are the things. And on the other hand, delisting a spot trading pair does not affect the availability of the token on Binance spot stroke margin. You can still trade the spot and margin pairs based and quote assets on other trading pairs. So bwebagijja mu sport mu futures eyinza okuba nga mweri basobola okugijja mu futures naye nga mu sport esigadde ekyaliyo. And I have said delisting a coin from Binance does not mean that it is also delisted in other exchanges. Though by the time Binance gets skeptical of your project, most probably even other exchanges will not manage you. But again, other exchanges, their terms and conditions, they are not as tough as those of Binance. Remember, Binance is the #1 exchanger in the whole world, so they preserve their relevance so much. They preserve their relevance so much, and they want to keep up their standards. So that's why they are so skeptical. And that's why it is Binance which is making a lot of this compared to other exchanges. They want to keep as #1, tebagala stories in their community. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I can as well say about delisting. Unless if someone has a question, you can ask me, and then I say something about it. If you have a question about delisting, please ask me. Mbeko ne kyenkuddamu. Naye ndowooza kati tutegedde. Delisting is not bad. It is good. It is to protect you. Though, sometimes if you had been trading already that coin, if you have already been trading that coin, ogenda kufiirwako some money. And it is normal in business. At times we make some losses. Okay? At times we make some losses. Not only in crypto trading, but even in other businesses. At some point, okiriza loss, but it doesn't mean that it is now the business has become bad. No, it doesn't. So it is for our safety. It is for our safety. It is for our betterment. That's why they do the delisting. Any other question? If you have a question, please ask me before I go away from here. Before I go away from here. Once again, I want to thank the following people who have attended this training or this sharing. I see Lida Kainda Osama, Okelo. I see Patricia, Lida Kainda Osama, Saba Christopher from Fort Portal. Is that so? We are coming. Christopher, we are coming to Fort. We are coming to Fort Portal. End of this month. We are coming on 30th. We are in Fort Portal on 30th, on 1st and on 2nd. Sarah, Leader Sarah Maniraho, please prepare for us the places we are going to visit. Prepare for us, put them on a list, and then they are the ones that we are coming to visit. When we come after the event, we shall have to do a tour. Daniel has been here. Natukwasa. There is Dr. Sesanga. Happy to see you on this Zoom call, this Google Meet. I see Swadik, Echiemba, Godfrey. Then we have my brother Nathaniel, they were from Solomon's Island. Oh my God. You are most welcome to this training. Happy to have you. Solomon's Islands, they are 7 hours ahead of us. Here it is coming to 1 p.m. and then for them it is coming to, is it 7 p.m? It is coming to 7 p.m. their place. Leader, I can see Noah, I see Likia, Babidi, we have someone called Diloyo Q, Leader Moses Ogwal, all the way from Saudi Arabia, Mr. Livingstone, I have Abaho, I have Takunya, and very many people. I see others have left already. Thank you for being here. Let's keep the going. Don't lose hope. Whatever you are seeing that has happened, it doesn't mean that now things are bad. No, it is for the betterment of our business. Of late, we have been seeing a lot of listing of new pairs every now and then, and we are in preparation to organize. We are going to list out a pair. We are going to spot out around 150 pairs that we know that these are stable pairs with good liquidity, with good projects, especially coins, non-tokens. They are the ones that we shall be giving signals from. That is what the leadership of our team. Now we are deciding that we shall be having a list of at least 150 stable coins that are having good liquidity, which are having good reputation, which are such that we can only give signals from those currencies. We are to start avoiding the pump and dump currencies. Okay, we are going to start avoiding the pump and dump currencies. We shall be giving only those ones that we know that they are stable. Let us be making a 3%, which is consistent, that will give us good results, that even if the market value has gone down, you are not scared of a currency being delisted. And I tell people, if you had a trade with one of those ones which are going to be delisted, just to convert that currency to XRP. To me, that is my advice. Convert that currency to XRP, because XRP will never be delisted. Right now, it is at $0.7. 5 years from now, you'll find it at $100. And then you will forget all the loss that you made when the certain currency was being delisted. So thank you so much, friends. Allow me end here. We shall meet again next time. Tomorrow is a Friday. At 9 p.m. we shall have a presentation for new members. For people who are new and they want to know about what we are doing, please inform them at 9 p.m. We always have that presentation for them. Let's meet again. Maybe one-on-ones. You have a question, please always inbox. Always inbox me. I am always available. Or inbox your leader. or inbox your leader. Don't follow for messages that are posted to you. Someone who comes inboxing you that I want to see how I trade. Do you have a good strategy? Please don't accept those ones. Don't accept those ones, especially if you don't know them. You know, where there is good income, or where there is a good idea, good opportunity, also scammers can also stage there. They also stage there, and we cannot know who is a scammer and who is not a scammer. So always be careful. Make sure that you talk to that person who introduced you to the business. He should be the one to inbox you and always confirm, is it the person? For these people who just inbox you and you don't know them, please just ignore. Just ignore. My name is Harriet. Thank you so much. This training will remain in our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Royal Q Robot Game Changers. You can go there, look for it, subscribe. So once in a while you have time, you can as well go through the trainings. They are always there. When you go there, you go to the live. When you go to the list, you go to live. All the trainings that we always do, they always remain on our YouTube channel. What you did not understand in the live training, maybe you may understand it after rewatching it on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I want to wish you a nice Friday and a nice weekend. Don't forget to inform your friends which are in Fort Portal and around. We shall be there. You might be in Kampala and you have a friend or someone you know in Fort Portal. Please inform them. We are going to be there. We are going to have the first V6 from East, Central, and South Africa. Leader Julius Kabanda, we shall be with him, and very many leaders from Kampala. We shall be in Fort Portal. Please advertise that. Advertise it. We are going to be at Gardeners Restaurant. Yes, Gardeners Restaurant. Yes, that's where we are going to be. See you then. Bye-bye.